What is good, my Forex robbery syndicate? As always, it's a very humbling and beautiful experience spending this time with you guys. If you are unfamiliar, it is your girl, Jax. What we do on this channel is plot and execute legal robberies. Yep, no handcuffs involved, all profit involved though. Stay tuned. Let's see what's good for today. What we're handling today is MetaTrader 4 or 5, pretty much the exact same thing. I recommend 4. Stay tuned for this tutorial. It's the last stop before we get into actual breaking down technical analysis from beginner all the way to advanced trader. I'm going to get you into profits as soon as humanly possible. So I'm going to go ahead and start ahead of time. You're going to want to go to metatrader4.com/en/download, or just wait a second because I'll make your life easier. I'm downloading it now, that way we could get through it. The setup, you're going to want to open that file. Allow it to make changes to your computer is what popped up if you weren't able to see that. Next. And now it's going to load through. So I'm going to show you right here on my YouTube page. If you just go to tinyurl.com/thelavishmega, it'll load my YouTube channel, right? Once it does so, you're going to want to click my most recent video. Whenever you do so, hit show more in the description box and scroll down. You'll see under the charting area the exact links to download either MetaTrader 4 or MetaTrader 5. I prefer 4, some people prefer 5, I recommend 4. So go ahead and click that and start your download process as well. Put me on pause and we'll meet together whenever you're ready. If you followed the recommended steps up until now, 1, it should have taken too long. 2, this should be exactly what you are looking at. Your windows might be a little bit constricted and you may see some gray area. If you wanted to fill your whole screen, all you gotta do is press this. You'll see a little 4-piece quadrant. Boom. And that'll just place everything on your chart beautifully. So this is what you're gonna look at, the raw preference whenever it comes to your charts. Some will have various indicators. You can always save your templates and move on from there. So let me show you the very basics. Whenever you download it, you're going to see these symbols here on the left. You see that? On the bottom, you're going to see click to add. If you don't see a symbol that your broker offers that you generally trade but is not on this list, all you have to do is put it here. So let's see, what is in here? GBP, JPY. Easy. Boom, it's already there. So you could double click. You can just basically drag from this area, drop it to this chart, boom. You have it anywhere you want. If you want to look at it 4 different ways, be my guest, you can do that as well. So here, I usually just do right click everything. That's how I'm going to show you here. So I always like to do top down analysis. It's essential. So I go daily, maybe a 4-hour time frame. 1 hour is good, and then I trade on a very small time frame. I go 1 minute. So at least you get the outlook overall. This is the same currency pair, so we're all on the same page, right? Now this thing, it's a MACD oscillator. You could completely remove it if you want. If you double click it, you can see the parameters and see what you want to do with that. So I always go indicator list, click this, delete. I don't want none of this junk on my charts, honestly, and you shouldn't either if you knew what's good with the markets. So let's see, indicator list, or you could just go delete indicator. I'm not sure if you saw that. I'll get out so you can see. You go here, double click, So you go there, delete indicator, boom. Clean charts overall. Am I right or am I right? This one has moving average. Yeah, we're gonna wanna do away with all that. Delete indicator, boom. Now we got some clean charts. That's what I'm talking about, huh? Some naked Forex. For training purposes, oh, let me resize that. I'm just gonna move this over. Nobody needs to see that. I want you to get familiar with these charts on screen. Again, this button will always show you how to fit it to screen if you have that gray space and it irks you. It irks me personally. So let's go right click on any given chart. Templates, well, there are none. So what you gotta do first is save all your preferences, then you are able to save the template right here. And then later on you can load it up to any given chart. Same thing here, you want to go right click, properties. Now this is the overlook of your chart. You can have bars, candlesticks, lines. Everybody's different. I prefer Japanese candlesticks, and you'll learn very soon in this series, one of the first few lessons, why. I always prefer to select chart shift here. It just gives you some spacing, so you could anticipate what's next, have your drawing space, whatever. You can manually do that on the chart, but I like that preset personally. I recommend it to everybody. Now you can scale if you so choose, but really, here's what you want to show. I don't like the ticker. I think it's annoying. I like to show the OHLC, that stands for open, high, low, and close values, and you'll learn that very soon again in the Japanese candlesticks chart review. Delete the show quick trading buttons. It's crazy. You don't need that. If you want to execute a trade, I'm going to show you how on these charts. It just looks ugly. It's a mess. It's consuming and distracting. I always want to show the last price line. I don't want bid or ask line. I don't care. Because if you write about a trade, you write. It does not matter that margin. You can show the grid, you cannot. I prefer, but I'll show you how to preference it later where it's a little more discreet and useful. Tick volumes is if you want volumes on the bottom. I don't prefer them, but I'm just showing you this in case you do. You can show real volumes. That's entirely up to you. Not something I prefer. Object descriptions just basically means your indicators. If you take screenshots, if you want people to see the parameters so they don't bug you on it, or you'd rather not because you're a secretive person, whatever. That's just what that means. You can show trade levels. You can show trade history. Now, for all intensive purposes, if I'm using MetaTrader, I don't show any of that. Now your background, I like my charts clean. Let's go white. Foreground. Black, that just shows all my charting lines and values. The grid, I like to keep it light. So the bar up, I'll go like a seafoam green or something. That's turquoise. What's this? Light green. Medium spring green. Who cares? Just pick a color, right? Bar down. Go like a nice pretty magenta. Oh yeah. All right. Bull candle means an upward candle. So you want to match that with your bar up color basically. Spring green. Oh, medium spring green. Somewhere around here. There you go. Bear candle means it's a candle going downwards, which means bar down. You want to match that too or else it'll look crazy. Line chart doesn't matter because we do not use lines, but none because I don't want none on my thing. Volumes, none. I don't even use volumes. Bid price line, I want it obnoxious, loud. It's, you know, it's actually gonna be bid price line none and ask price line none because you want it to be the last price. Now that can be just solid black for now. Why not? Stop levels. I don't even show them in this MetaTrader. I don't trade directly from MetaTrader, though if you watch my TradingView video, yes, you can also execute trades through here. And I'll show you how to connect your accounts later if you so choose. Alright, so far so good. This I'm just going to save as a template. So you want to go to Templates, Save Template. Here you give it a name. I would just say, we're going to call it Schneip. Alright, go to Templates. Boom, it's available on every single one now. Right click, Templates, Schneip, or whatever you named it. Right click, Templates, Schneip, or whatever you named it. Boom. Now you have a beautiful chart at hand. And you can do with it what you will. Remember, I'm doing top down, so daily, hour 4, hour 1, minute 1. Very big difference. You could definitely hop from daily. From here, you can go to time frame hour 1. I would probably do something like this, just because I am more partial to a scalper. You could even go, once you got your daily, your weekly, your hourly values, you could even go 1 hour, 15 minute, 5 minute, 1 minute. That's me personally, what I would have this set to. But I'm going to show you later on why you would want to do the very top, if not even weekly, monthly values. Alright, what you could do, enable auto scroll, or you can disable it. That just means that if there's a price move, it's going to automatically, if you were to go back and there's a price move, see, it just hops you back and it's annoying. I don't like that auto scroll. So if you see these things on the right, these are just some quick key, hotkey functions. So if you so choose, you can memorize them. Eventually they come into use. I generally use MetaTrader 4. However, if you use TradingView, different ballpark. Please go watch that video if you're partial to TradingView or think you would like to be. Alright, crucial. You can link demo accounts to here. You can link demo accounts to your phone. The iPhone and Android does support the MetaTrader 4 and 5 apps, so you do want to look into that if you're looking to do it on your phone. I'm not against it. I've just always been a PC person, so personally, I'm going to trade live on my computer. That's just how it is, you know? Other than that, I'm going to show you how crucial it is to know how to execute an order. So you have this sweet level and you want to do something about it, but you don't know how. That'd be a problem, right? So you're either going to want to right click on any given chart. You can do buy limit, or you just want to go trading. So there's a new order. There's a buy limit, a sell stop that are default right here. Let's go to new order and figure out the different types of orders. So there's instant execution, where you can put your stop loss, your take profit if you so choose. I never put a take profit. I always put a stop loss if I'm not going to be at the computer watching anything, which I rarely am. You can do your volume as well. Pick any currency pair. Whatever you're looking at right there, if you do execute order, it's going to automatically default to the currency pair you're looking at. Now you can choose from here after you do your volume, deviation, and price. Let's just do one volume, right? You can execute a sell or buy right then and there. So that's just for you. Now limits, stops, and market execution are all entirely different. In a video very soon, probably the next one, you will learn all the different types of orders, what Forex is, and a couple other pertinent things before we get down to the nitty-gritty. All right. Now, dependent on your broker, here's one thing that you're going to want to know. If you go up in your upper left, the third icon from the left, it'll say Show Symbol List. Your hotkey function is Control U as in uniform. You go ahead and click and or do those hotkeys. It'll pop up this window. Not sure if you can see it. Here, let me find it for you. Alright, so this is the window it populates. Basically, it'll show you everything that's offered with your broker, Forex. You can go metals. So like ZAO USD, for instance, that's gold versus the US dollar. Very popular commodity there. Let's see, another one is oil. This particular broker does not offer it. However, again, this is just a sampler. Lots of brokers do, in fact. Here's crypto if you're interested. Bitcoin, Ethereum, you name it. It's typically traded against the US dollar. However, you could trade it against other currencies as well, cryptocurrencies. Here's indices. So this is Nasty Nas, NASDAQ 100. Another one is S&P 500. That's Standard & Poor's 500. If you are not familiar, you can Google it, or I will give you a rundown soon. I don't really want to get into indices until you guys are in a higher trading volume, because this is what is typically required so that there's no failure in the midst of all that, as the leverage and the trading size is a little bit different. Other than that, I probably wouldn't touch anything. If it had US 30, I definitely love US 30 on the indices. Moving on, there's custom. I don't ever use this, but that's an option, so just showing you. Now here's where you want to look for like the drawings, for instance, the indicators, etc. So here's a vertical line if you want to place one. Boom. Delete if you don't. Now let's say you place that and you don't want it to be removable. We could go object list, click on that. Properties. Alright, you can go to here, right click object list. If you click on one, you can delete it, you can show it, you can list all, hide it, etc. Now say here's a trend line on the daily. I'll show you exactly how to place them, however, it's a little different in MetaTrader. There's your trend line. And so say you wanted to mirror that, you could probably just copy paste. Delete all, that's how you just basically go through the object list. So let's full screen this. Zoom out. So I'll show you trends over time, but this is actually a sideways moving market. So I would put horizontals here, about here and here. These are pretty good levels. Yep, I like that the most. So these are daily key levels. You could break them down probably in half and they would coincide. We'll visit the quarter theory and all the stuff Forex has to offer later, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Now this, it's an equidistant channel. You don't need it. But if you were to go like say here trend, it's from top to bottom, so here's what you want to do. Boom, boom, boom. You got yourself a perfect channel without even needing it. Without even needing to draw extra. Okay. Here's Fibonacci retracement. So what you want to do on the most recent move here, delete. You do a lengthy move, or you can do a short move. I'll do the most recent move as a daily. Now you want to double click, right click, properties of daily Fibbo. Now I would definitely go here, colors, black. Now you could always change your levels. I'll tell you in particular what levels are best for me and why I use them whenever we go over Fibonacci retracements in particular. But just so you know how to place them. That's the most recent daily move. There hasn't been much significance other than that. If you wanted to look at, let's say, a long-term move since, goodness, it was just like April. You could look for strong zones. Bet you anything this is a 71.86, something like that. The golden ratio. Whenever it smacks that, you're gonna want to definitely take the opposite direction because it's likely to go that way. Just trust that. Alright, text. You could literally type whatever you want. Whatever is an excellent example. Parameters. Boom, make it huge. Now name and description. You do need to pay attention to this just because. Here, let me show you this little window I'm looking at. Alright, so whenever you have these little pop-ups here, the name and the description are much different. If I were to put whatever, be way different than this. The description actually showcases what is going to be on screen here. So you hit OK, boom, changes to whatever. Alright, so let's delete all this junk. We can put thumbs up, thumbs down if you want to indicate the trend using that. You can do arrows as well. You can do a stop, check, price label, buy, sell, indicator, or arrows. That being said, this is the crossbow where you want to snipe your trades. This is looking like a strong sell or an increase in trend depending on if it's going to break through or not. We will find out tomorrow. Keep in mind for GBP, JPY on June 1st, the level of 155, let's see, 155 or 156.304 about. No, 156.103 I'm okay with. At that level, it's either going to drop or it's going to make a continuation on a trend. Now you have to be open to all possibilities. One thing I can't stress enough, and you'll learn later on, do not marry your trade. You're never dead right. You need to be open-minded and react to the case at hand. Make your trade biases solely based on what you see in the markets. Whether it could be one way or another, your bias could be, well, it could be both. Let's see what happens. And that's perfectly okay, okay? Remember that. Alright, what I would do here, insert, you can do objects or indicators. Now objects is more so like lines, channels, Fibonacci, Elliott waves. You will learn about that just by using your eyeballs. You don't need that, but you can if you want. Shapes is where you could get into like support and resistance. These are strong areas there. I definitely use that as support and resistance. So insert objects, shapes, rectangle. Very strong SNR here. And just are we aware, and we have the full scope right now. It's trading in tandem between the two. So you just want to watch out for that. If it clears a certain area, say, here's pretty strong. Whatever this value is at the very tippy top, 156705, if it clears that, you're golden. But a lot of people like to be extra safe, wait for it to retest. Then it gets a clearance of the general support and resistance area. Then you're ready to roll. You can be baked out here, so just be aware that if you drag this, it can actually go up a little bit more. Alright. Whenever you're looking at these properties, right click, object list. You can look at rectangle red. Tell me, babe, wanna leave this town. I'm saying, change the color, who cares? Line thickness, type of line, okay. Now, more importantly, insert indicators if you so choose. You do not need to, and I will teach you how to use the two most valuable indicators you can ever use. But in case you want to use something else, the easy quick start methods I show you, just to get you into profits quicker, this is where you go. So insert, indicators, and then you pick. Now there's exponential moving average. All this stuff is just normal stuff. I would go say, let's see, trend is Bollinger Bands. I like 20 with a 2 deviation. We'll just black on down. Okay. Alright, so this is daily 20 and 2. Now, in case you guys didn't know, fun fact, with Bollinger Bands, 80% of all price action works within the Bollinger Bands. So if ever you say you hit an external, say here, and it hops up a lot further, it's actually a pretty big anomaly or a rarity that would happen. So take solace in some Bollinger Bands when you're first starting out. It's definitely not the worst way to go, I will give you that. Alright, you can also pair that with Bollinger Bands. It's very typical that you could use like an oscillator. So like a stochastic, very popular. If you want fast acting, for me, you want fast acting just because I do 1 minute trade intervals. So I go like a 6. Levels, you can go 80-20, I like 70-30 because it's a little bit more concise for me personally. I like those parameters tight, son. You can even meet it in the middle, go like 75-25. Typically people use 80-20. They also lose, typically 90% of people lose their money in the market. So, you know, do with it what you will. So 75 and 25, if you see, let's see. If you look on this end, you'll see 75 and a 25 level. Now you can customize this. Here they're saying the main and the signal. That's crazy. I just paint them both the same color. Okay, levels, I like going here. Usually for the 25, which is the lower level, I will indicate it as like a sell color. I'm sorry, a buy color. So whenever I do it a buy color, that just reminds me on that level that you need to take a buy position if that's what you're looking for. Because on that, it means it's oversold, which means you need to act in the inverse. So what do if it's oversold? You buy. Same thing for the 75 level. This can be sell color because it's up high, and whenever it's overbought, what do you want to do? You sell. Okay. Oh, almost. Well, I forget MetaTrader is like this. You definitely have. Just gotta take it on the chin with this. Increase the thickness if you would like. So since we know what means what, I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. Check these lines, thick as hail, just like we like it, you know what I'm talking about? Other than that, let's see. Now we're talking. These Bollinger Bands, I like the bands thicker personally. Just like more decisive action. So this is something typically you would see if you wanted. You could insert like Keltner channels or whatever else instead. You be the choice of that. I'll just show you how to do all of this, right? You throw some fractals on that joint. I'll have to teach you all about this because it's a little bit advanced for you guys currently. If you're into Ichimoku, these are standard levels or parameters you can set for the thing. Teach you a lot about that later. So this is pretty typical. This is something basic you can work off of. And that's pretty much your route. Like, I'll show you, look, line by line, this is what you have to offer in each panel. If you want to log into like WebTrader or Trade Account, you can go ahead and do so. I basically, if I were to use MetaTrader, it's for charting. But I personally use TradingView, so use it at your disposal. Whenever it comes to my VIP group that is completely free, I'll be offering later, and you guys are of sound mind and in good profits later on, I'm going to allow copy trading, where you guys can basically be away from your computer, do whatever you want, and I'll take on the responsibility of giving you my app's results without you even having to touch your phone or computer. So that'll be on the house. All you have to do is follow a couple instructions, put your minimum deposit and your gold in there. Here's the charts option, your tools option, etc. That's basically all it is. Cascade just means if you have multiple charts, boom, you have ready access to all of them. You just go like this, it'll sort all four. You can save this as, say it were a template now. Save template. You just want to replace something you previously had, double click and hit yes. Now you can upload this template to any time frame you want. There you go. So no matter whether it's the daily, hourly, 15-minute, 1 minute, or any other time frame, you can now look at that same exact template and it'll carry you through the trade game. Now what you're going to want to see here, if there's any confluence with sell, 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 on these like oscillators and then you're looking at key levels and you think it's a good time, you definitely just want to look for like sell opportunities here. Now what I would do is maximize here and minimize everything else, because look, up close, anybody would probably take a freaking buy, and this is something I'm going to teach you to look out for. It looks like, look, it's an uptrend, right? Wrong. That's recent. But really, what you want to look for is a significant sell level, because look, when you zoom out, and look at that trend. It's a downtrend overall. You don't know it. So you look for that next significant level. Could be somewhere like, maybe these top upper levels. Lots of support and resistance here. One thing I can't get behind when in TradingView or anything else, you can scroll to zoom in and out. Yep, see, previous support. Now resistance. Where are we at now? This is another thing you can scale down. See your previous drawings. You can scale up to make the bars that much easier to read. You can zoom in, see where they're at the moment. You can zoom out. Remember, always save your templates. So very quick and easy, that was a quick wrap up of the MetaTrader 4/5 tutorial. Very fast, very simple. Have it set up because the next videos are going to go all over how to literally rob the markets with technical analysis. So you want to stay tuned for that. A quick and friendly reminder, please, it's free to support the channel by liking, commenting whether a good or bad feedback, subscribing, and then turning on your post notifications. That being said, that qualifies you for our end of the month giveaway that we will announce on every last day of every single month, or the most recent video that is closest to it. That will qualify you and get you in the runnings for some free and sweet stuff that changes every single time, but I promise it's something you will love. If you have any questions, reach out. I am here for you. All the links that you will ever need in this channel are in the description box below. Any broker that is listed, I have tried and true as well as trust. Again, please support the channel, and in the meantime, I wish you nothing but good vibes, blessings on your way forward through the day, in your sleep, midday, keep on trucking. Thank you so much for tuning in. I cannot say it enough. We are so grateful. Until next time, we're going to get into these markets, how they really work. Are you ready or what? Let's get to these profits. We got some calls on calls on calls on calls. All right, so we started at $2,309 as mentioned. Our target profit was $230. Our target balance is $2,540 and 22 cents. Our ending balance is $2,623 with 70 cents. Let's calculate out that actual profit percentage. As you know, if you have been watching, every single live trade session is the outcome of at least 10% overall account growth plus. Actual profit is $314.41. That's an almost approximate $100 extra in your account. As always, better heed the advice, take the money and run. Whether you have a lot of experience or a little bit experience, responsible risk management is priority here. That's how you grow your account and you live to trade another day, all right? Looking at this overall account balance, let's see what we got going on here. So our target profit was 10%. That was our target balance, $2,540. We ended up with approximately $100 more. Our profit goal is 10% every single time. We made it to 14% today. Let's see if we can't hop into one or two more trades. For the record, the $314 was made in less than 3 minutes time. Alright, we got a put option right here. It's looking like the best conditions. Let's see what we got to do in a minute or so. doubled or tripled up just to compensate for that loss. Let's see if we could take the cake with the first one anyway. There was a loss. Let's see the other two. Profits. 2,677 total. I place a put option here for $100. Let's see how much it takes and or does not. We lost one. Absolute profit. Complete profit. I believe this is where we get out of the markets, ladies and gents. So we ended up at $2,731.70. We started off with $2,309.29. So that's an approximate $400 gain in one night that we made. Keep in mind, we started this channel with $1,000, brought it all the way to about $3 grand, all in less than a week's time. Keep that in mind, stay tuned. The next videos we're basically going to go over all includes the basics. What is Forex? What are the trading types? What are the trading sizes, lots, leverage, candles, you name it. I will take you from beginning to end. Just stick with me. You know I got you. Now that brought us to a total of 18% return in one trade session. That is crazy. The session as a whole was about 30 minutes or less. The previous gains were about 3 minutes or less. So I had to snipe that one last entry to bring you guys over the top. And man, did we make money or what today? Boy, did we make money or what today. I am so proud and happy to just be here with you guys. Thank you for your continuous love and support with this channel growth. In return, I will always put some money in your pockets, line them fat, and teach you this skill set so you can one day become independent and do it on your own in these markets. Thank you, my Forex Robbery Syndicate. Lastly, just like, comment whether good or bad, subscribe, turn on post notifications. You'll probably win something in the process by our end of the month giveaway every single last day of the month. I am so grateful to you. I hope you have a great rest of your day, week, month, year. I will be here always by your side. Let's kick this thing off right and hop into 2022 in the best foot forward. Profits first. Thank you again. You have a great rest of your day.